I mean, I hit the target.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bullseye channel. I hope you're doing well. Today is video 3 of the MHS Reimagine series. We're reimagining, taking a 10-year retrospective exploration across multiple universes, reflecting on the 2015/2017 modular handgun system evaluation that took place that ultimately resulted in the selection of the M18 M17 service pistol. And so the last video was kind of giving you like what I think the lay of the land is, like the road forward, as it were. And this one is probably the one you wanted to see, which is going to be the initial set of pistols that I've selected that will take on this little journey with us. I'm going to ask that you subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a playlist for this, appropriately named MHS Reimagined, and you can sort of follow along. And I think there's a thing you can click where you get notifications whenever these things come up. Again, this channel there's no sponsors, there's no Patreon. The only thing I'm asking you for is a little bit of your time and hopefully your engagement in the form of comments. So really looking forward to that. So the agenda for today is going to be, keep looking down, I got my little cheat sheet, is going to be, we're going to reveal the pistols. Hope you're ready. And then we'll kind of just, hey, what do we think about it? All right. And then I'm going to give you my biases, right? Because obviously, I've been shooting as long as I have, being resident, as it were, you kind of get exposed to these. Maybe you shot them before, maybe you've owned them before, maybe I've owned them before. What are my biases? Like, what am I bringing to the table? No one shows up to the table bias free. And then lastly, why wasn't your favorite one chosen, right? And then, spoiler alert, at a certain point in this long-term MHS Reimagined, we'll take a vote and I'll get one more. We'll let it pick. It's not going to be Staccato XC. All right, we're going to put some rules around this. All right, you're trying to get me in trouble with the missus. But so that's it. So let's go. What's the first one? Let's choose the obvious one, the one that you've already seen. The M18, right? Obviously, like, we know this one, right? The M18 was already chosen. So the M18, right? You got a little 3.9-inch barrel. You've got 17 round capacity, 21 rounds with the extended. This one's going to come, and slowly they'll all start getting their little accoutrement added. But we got the X300. We have the M17 Romeo sight, which alleviates one of my biggest concerns with the M7. Well, not my biggest concern, but my second biggest-ish gripe, which was the sights. They're terrible. The elephant in the room is the sort of like, issues that they've been having with, we're just going to chalk it up to design intolerances, right? And some of the uncommanded discharges that have been reported in the news and in court. So that's that one. Now you know that one. You don't want to get to that one. So what's the next one? It's the one that I'm pretty sure that you guys all kind of knew that we were going to pick. Oh, wrong way. The Glock, right? So the Glock M19 or 19X. And there you have it, right out of the box. Hadn't even been fired. This is going to be the model that has their MOS. So again, we're 2025 in. Has the MOS, has raised metal sights. I have the large backstrap on here, so I guess I have opened it. I just haven't fired it. And other than that, like, it's your typical, kind of follows the same pattern as the M18 in terms of like a little shorter, more meat to her bones. Really kind of like a cool thing. So that's where we're at with that one. That's super exciting. In 2025, like, I think where we sit with the Glock is that people seem to kind of have never left it or kind of returning to it. There seems to be a real fan base around the 19X. The Gen 5 barrels are really good. We have a channel. I took a Gen 5 19M at 50 yards, and I got 4 to 4.5 inches with it at 50 yards benched. I shot 5.5 or maybe 5.8. And then off camera, I shot a 3.5 inch group at 50 yards. So they're very capable. I mean, that's like accuracy that you would want in bullseye competition as a starting base, 3 inches at 50 yards. So that's that one. So 2025, I think people are feeling pretty good about it. I've owned a lot of Glocks. And so I have my own feeling about them. I think they're robust. I think I don't like the trigger, kind of like everybody else, but I'm willing to look past that in favor of some of the other things that they bring to the table. All right, let's get to the next one. I think this is going to make a lot of people happy. Again, in the box. The Beretta. The Beretta. We love Beretta. The Beretta. All right. Well, this comes in they really spare no expense on the packaging here, but let's go ahead and let's pull it out. All right, let's make sure that's clear. Indeed it is. There's your 18 round magazine. Ooh, all right. I see what you did. This is the M9A4. Yes, I know that they used in the modular handgun, they used the M9A3. I didn't want that. I wanted the M9A4 because, again, we're 2025 in it. It's got the cuts for the optic. It's got the GD cocker. It has the threaded barrel, and it has the sort of 1911 style grip. How are we feeling about the Beretta in 2025? People are loving it. They love the Beretta. It's got a real big fan base. People seem to having this like return to DASA, right? They see, you know, that DASA isn't so bad. So that's 3. What's the 4th one? What's the 4th one? What do you think it is? Okay, so it's like we're like 8 minutes into this video. If you're still watching, you're emotionally invested. I'm emotionally invested. What do you think it is? Right now, say at 8 minutes, I thought you were going to pull out the... All right. Ready? All right, let's do it. The Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 5-inch. Pretty exciting. So this one is obviously, I've got a tape heel on this. Sometimes that works on guns for me. Sometimes it doesn't. Works really well on the Beretta. Works really well on a Glock 19. This is not feeling it. And then, you know, I got optics. So these are all start collecting optics. It's already got a light on it. I gotta get holsters for all these. Oh my God. This is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a process. Manual safety, because that was sort of dictated. Obviously the Glock doesn't have it because they don't offer it to us peons. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're sitting right now. 2025, how are we feeling about that? I feel like there's like a cult following, like the Inside Club. The grip to me is kind of like a love-hate thing. I love the texture, everybody just needs to make this texture, but I don't love the like shape. I had the large back strap, and then it kind of like is angled. It feels like it kind of comes thin at the front, and I don't like that. I guess I prefer something a little bit more blocky, but it is what it is. Obviously this has raised sights, maybe not for a suppressor in this case because it's not threaded, but to co-witness with your red dot. So that's what we're working on with this one. That's exciting, right? Let me know if the M&P gang is in the house. Put it in the comments, let me know. And that's pretty much it. So I'm not gonna pull these back out, but we're gonna have a little bit of a conversation around my biases. So my bias with the P320 / M17 / 18 is that I don't like it in recoil. I don't like the sensation of shooting it. I think the iron sights are criminal, meaning that they are so large past a certain point, they might as well not even exist because I can't delineate the left and right, you know, the gap, the tiny little gap between my left and right rear sight when my front sight is appropriately aligned. The trigger is really heavy. It's really heavy. It's smoothed down a little bit, but it's really heavy. And then there's obviously, quite frankly, like I have a hard time looking at an M17 or an M18 or a P320 and not being reminded, not so much of the UDs, but of the way that Sig has handled the situation. It just puts a sour taste in my mouth. Like there's no other way. If I wasn't doing this video and I wasn't still, you know, having to qualify with the platform, I would have gotten rid of it. So that's my bias on that. That being said, I have, you know, 10,000 rounds or so through them, through the ones that I've owned, many more in the military, and probably more. That's probably a low estimate. So I have experience on it, feeling great. For the Glock, I think I kind of already got into this, but I think for the Glock, I think it was like boringly reliable, which maybe is the best thing that you could say about a military service pistol. I think they need a little bit more grip texture, but I think that I look forward to being pleased by it as we continue shooting them. And then with the Smith & Wesson, I'm ready to be surprised. Like I'm ready to be in awe of the Smith & Wesson. Like I want to be in the club. I want to be in the club, guys. I want to be in the M&P gang. What's the initiation? Is it buying an Apex trigger? Is that the initiation? In which case, I feel like I'm halfway there. That being said, we're not going to modify substantially these during the MHS Reimagined. Post that, they might live a different life in a different capacity. And then for the M9A4, I want to like it. You know what I mean? Like I want to want it. I want it to work really well. I did not like the trigger on the one that I have, and I think it's just, you know, you hit my age and nostalgia starts to mean a lot. Starts to mean a lot. So that's what it is. And maybe we'll just see all these and we'll decide, you know, the 320 is where it's at. Or maybe I'll just wish that I had a 1911, right? So that's what it is. Why was your gun not chosen? Probably because I ran out of money, right? That's probably the first reason. And then you got to think, like, for every one of these I do, that's more ammo, it's more ./light, holster, time. I did pick up a 509, didn't love it, wasn't compelled to want to own one. Each one of these I want to own, right? So, well, most of them I want to own. Yeah, all of them I want to, yeah. You know, I looked at the CZ. I know they make the Nocturne version of sort of like the closest thing you could get to the CZ MHS. Wasn't calling me. I do really kind of want the APX, the Beretta APX. That thing is cool, so maybe that's it. But what we're gonna do is, if like you feel like your gun got left out within a certain amount of reasonability, about 6 months into this, I'll release a poll, and I'll release a video with it too, so you know it's there, and you guys can vote, and we'll add it to the brace of pistols that we're doing before we get to like the testing and stuff like that. So those are it. What do you think? What do you think of selections? Are you on board for the MHS Reimagined? Are you not? Do you think it's lame? Either way, I think it's going to move forward. So the next video is going to be me pontificating on what makes the perfect service pistol, and I promise to have a Sig in that video that I don't hate, or that I do love. So until then, I'm gonna leave you with 3 rules for life. Rule 1, don't be a jerk. Rule 2, take care of yourself. Rule 3, help other people. And as always, know that you don't know what's going on in someone else's mind. They don't know what's going on in your mind. So be kind and courteous when dealing with other people. Hold hard and shoot straight. I mean, I hit the target.